Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 78 of 90 days. It is currently 8 o'clock. I've done my morning markup. I'll show you guys what I am kind of seeing from the market for today. So, we have officially broken this high. What I will be looking for is some sort of a correction into this zone, below this zone, to then look to go. There's also this zone, but my initial zone is here. I've got an alert set here to go long. Yeah. Given we've just broken the high, it's kind of unlikely that we're gonna come all the way back down to test it, like test structure. So I'm kind of just waiting and see. We may not get a trade today, and if not, that's okay. We're kind of just looking for the most A plus plus setups, A plus setups, A setups. So yeah. But my alert is set, so if we do get a pullback, I will be taking the trade into already hit into 3725 to begin with, or 3750. Yeah, but like I said, given we've already reached a all-time high, we've broken above. Sometimes it doesn't like tend to come back immediately, like it might take a few days to come back and retest. So if we don't get a trade today, we didn't get a trade today, we just focus on A plus setups. And yeah, so I'll let you guys know if and when I get into a trade. Okay, guys, I am in a trade. Let me give you a quick update on what I saw and why I am in it. Okay, guys, so we ended up making this structural point here. So as price came into it, we had nice rejection, attempt to go lower, and bullish engulfing shift upwards. And then as we retested, is where I got back in. Is where I got in. Sorry. And then my target is at these hourly highs. We had a very nice rejection off of this 1 p.m. close, and it looks very clean on the 4 hour to just continue up. Yeah, so had this really nice rejection. So the idea is to now come up into these highs. The next psychological level will be 3730, which is my TP. And given we're at all-time highs, it's very highly likely that price will just continue to ride the bullish momentum if we don't come into this zone here. We have really nice confirmation. So yeah, for me, everything was present in order to get in a trade. So I'm just sitting in it now, waiting for either TP or SL. Yeah, everything is placed in the places I would place it. We're having a reaction from a 30-minute zone at the moment, but my TP is always based off of hourly highs or lows, and SLs based off of minimum of 5 pips from the previous low or the previous high, on the 1 minute, or the current low or current high, whatever. Yeah, so I'm just waiting TP or SL, and I'll let you guys know if and when one hits. I'm out. Okay, guys, it is currently 8:22, and at the point of recording this, the reason why it's taking me so long is because I'm still in the trade. So, like, my run is still in the trade, so I haven't updated. But I'm heading to bed now, so I'm gonna update you guys. I've got a set TP and a set SL on for my runner. But yeah, let me just walk you through the trade. And yeah. So yeah, as I told you guys, we came into this minor little support, resistance support zone down here. So pre-green rejection, attempt to go down, shift with an engulfing, and this is where I entered. Price ended up hitting our TP, which was just above these previous all-time highs. But as we are at all-time highs, price continued to just keep flying, which is really cool. I was trailing based off of 5-minute structure. So basically, as we was moving up here, we created structure. I was trailing below here, look, waiting for a break, waiting for a break, waiting for a break, waiting for a break, waiting for a break. like as we was trailing up, and now I've got a hard SL put right here at 3744, just in case price wants to just dump and reverse. But my overall TP is that would also be below this last attempt to push up from this 5 minute structure. My overall TP is the next quarterly level. When we were trading all time highs, I like the next quarterly level as a target. So 3750 is my final, as you can see from the alert, final extended TP. I was surprised we didn't break structure beforehand and come in and retest this level, but we just ended up pumping. So yeah, this is just below where the 1 minute had a close. We had a close below this point here, which is the structure point I was watching on the 1 minute because we was pumping so much on the 5 minute. I was like, let me come down to the 1 minute and see what's happening. So once we broke below on the 1 minute, it shows signs that okay, there's not very strong, but there's some sellers in here. So I put my stop loss with some breathing room just below that zone, just in case price wanted to continue lower. Yeah, so we ended up breaking above, and we've now broken above for the second time. So if we do come into this zone, it's likely the price is gonna fall for some time, or even not necessarily for a long time, but it's likely price is gonna fall for a bit before we make our move up into 3750. So yeah, this is my hard stop loss and my hard take profit. I'll show you guys the trade history, and I'm thinking more in terms of R as opposed to the actual monetary value. So this is where we entered, this is where TP1 was taken out, this is our stop loss on the runner, this is our TP on the runner. Yeah, so yeah. So I'm gonna call it a day for this day, and I'll let you guys know probably tomorrow the outcome of this trade. Yeah, and how we go into tomorrow. That is it for day 78, and I'll catch you lot tomorrow for day 79, and I'll let you guys know the outcome. I'm gonna actually clear my chart because there's no more work that I necessarily want to do on this trade. So I'm gonna clear my chart from all of this stuff. Yeah. Okay. I'm off in a little bit. Yeah, I'll show you lot. I'm out. Good morning, guys. My position from yesterday got tagged out. My trailing SL hit close to about 1 to 6 on that trade with the runner and the original position. It is currently 8:02, day 78, and I'm just gonna walk you through what I'm looking for this morning. Okay, so yesterday we ended up tagging me out 3744, came down another about 50 pips to then go to 3752, 3750, sorry, which was our overall target anyways. Okay, and then for today, I'm either looking for us to break this high to go into the next quarterly level will be 3375, but I'm gonna at first target 3365, and then if price wants to go an extra 100 to the next quarterly level, then that will be where I'm looking for my runner to go. Or we could come down into this level, because if we look, this was resistance, we broke it to the downside, couldn't break this low. It was then resistance again, we've broken it to the upside, so now this should be used as support. Given that we don't break these lows and we continue on the uptrend, to go long into 3365, and then again if price wants to continue into 3375, my runner will handle that. So yeah, either we get a break above or we pull into this zone here and then go long. If we don't get confirmation at either of these levels, I'm not going to take a trade, only A plus setups. So yeah, stay impatient. I'll let you guys know if and when we get into a trade. Not gonna force anything, just gonna let price play out, see what price wants to do. If it invites me in, it invites me in. Yeah, I'm out. Hey guys, it is 3:30 and I haven't taken a trade today. Didn't get any setups. I'm gonna show you guys. Let me show you. So price just continued pumping, and we only now have had a break of this low, but it's 3:30, and I don't like taking any trades after 3:30 because we have a slowdown period for New York, and it picks up later, but it may take it into overnight. So I'm gonna clear my chart, and come back tomorrow. This was, yeah. But overall, it was a good day. Didn't trade outside of my rules. I'm just back testing now, just chilling, back testing. Um, and essentially, yeah, that is it for this day. Didn't take one trade, sticking to my plan, sticking to the rules, and only trading when it is necessary for me to trade. So that is it for today, and I'm out. So yeah, with respect to our match daily loss, so today is a win either way. And also it reinforces why we wait for the break, because even if we don't wait for the break, well, what we had a break, but once we break back below it, it invalidates the zone until we break back above, and vice versa if we're looking for sells, right? So once we have the break back above, sorry, once we broke back above, we're always gonna come in and retest. So waiting for the retest takes away unnecessary drawdown and also unnecessary losses if price decides to simply just violate the area altogether. But yeah, that is me for today. I've done everything I was supposed to do. I'm gonna remove all my drawings, but I'm gonna keep an eye out to see if price gets to that low, just to see if the edge plays out. So yeah, but that is literally it. We're done for today. It's a quick day, and a winning day for discipline. 2 more days of discipline, and I'm happy. Um, yeah, I'm gonna eat, do some back testing, and chill. Have an earlier finish for today. And yeah, literally, that is me. I'm out. So remember, on the first trade, I should have waited for the close, because then even if we came for the retest, um, we was always gonna come for a retest. If we're right on bias, we're gonna come for a retest, right? So this one fine should have been my first position. This one was before the close. If I had waited for the close was up here. Where was the close? Was here, right? If I had waited for the retest, this one would have been a valid loss. It would have been a valid loss, but that is okay. And then we would have seen this beautiful, beautiful trade here. It's almost like, well, it's definitely textbook. We had this engulfing break, and we came up for the retest. If we go down to the 1 minute, very nicely, we had this shift of structure, rejection, engulfing all in one, stop loss just above the zone, and take profit at the next lows, which is 3755. So yeah, that would have been our position, but we respect our max daily loss. That's the main thing. Let me just show you guys the under not in our trade. These are the only two trades I'm in, and this is, let's see, no positions on, no positions on. So yeah, so yeah. Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 80 of 90 days. Let me give you a quick rundown on what I am looking for today. And yeah. Okay, so as I said yesterday, we didn't take a trade, but what we've done nicely is we respected this level here, and we've had this shift and some sort of correction in to this level. We've now broken above this level of this one, the one I'm talking about, this level of support, which should have been used as resistance, broken back down on the 1 hour. But as I came onto the market at about 7:45, price was doing this basically, so we're trading back below. So essentially what I am waiting for now is for a minimum of a 15-minute break, because we've already closed above on the hourly. I'm looking for a minimum of a 15-minute break. What looks really nice is that the structure that's formed here, we've respected this level. I'll bring this all across here. We've respected this nice level. So what I need is a 15-minute break, hopefully in the next 4 to 5 minutes. For then a retest, shift and engulfing on shift rejection engulfing on the We may not get a shift though. It may just be an engulfing because it's primarily based off of a 5 minute, 15-minute structure. Sorry, but I'll see what we get. Once we get confirmation, we'll come into this level here, and then I'm targeting 3,790 as a TP1. Well, really, I could be targeting 3,780, but if we don't get confirmation here, I'd then be looking for a break above here or a break above here, and then extend the targets at 3,780. So yeah, so I'll let you guys know if and when I am in a trade. Yeah, 10 days left, guys. 10 days left. Can you believe it? We started on day one, evidently, but I'll show you guys. I'm out. Okay, guys, so we had the close on the 15-minute, wait for a retest. When we got the retest, we had this nice shift. I ended up getting up here as we shifted, and I was waiting for a secondary entry, but we ended up being stopped out. So I'm gonna wait 10 minutes, come back, and then just look for another shift because we have closed above 1 hourly, so everything should be all good. Just look for another shift, wait for the shift, rejection engulfing you guys into the score, and then we'll look for another entry and we'll see what comes of it. Okay, guys, so I am in a position. We closed above this support level, as I said, after closing below, closed back above on the hourly. Then if we shift down to the 1 minute, we got a rejection. As we came back down into the zone, we actually ended up coming into this 15-minute zone here, which is quite cool. We had an attempt to go lower. We shifted up with a bullish engulfing after rejection and then ended up shifting structure completely. So this is my entry. SL is just below this 15-minute zone, which is also coinciding with this hourly zone. TP1 is at 3,790. So yeah, I'll wait and see what plays out. Okay, guys, I just got back from the gym and my max daily loss was hit. But let me walk you through what happened. So remember on the first trade, I should have waited for the close because then even if we came for the retest, we was always gonna come for a retest. If we're right on bias, we're gonna come for a retest, right? So this one fine should have been my first position. This one was before the close. If I had waited for the close was up here. Where was the close was here, right? If I had waited for the retest, this one would have been a valid loss. It would have been a valid loss, but that is okay. And then we would have seen this beautiful, beautiful trade here. It's almost like, well, it's definitely textbook. We had this engulfing break. We came up for the retest. If we go down to the 1 minute, we had this shift of structure, rejection, engulfing all in one, stop loss just above the zone, and take profit at the next lows, which is 3,755. So yeah, that would have been our position, but we respect our max daily loss. That is the main thing. Let me just show you guys that I'm definitely not in our trade. These are the only two trades I'm in, and gems on, no positions on. So yeah. So yeah, with respect to our max daily loss, so today is a win either way. And also it reinforces why we wait for the break, because even if we don't wait for the break, well, what we had a break, but once we break back below, it invalidates the zone until we break back above, and vice versa if we're looking for sales, right? So once we have the break back above, sorry, once we broke back above, we're always gonna come in and retest. So waiting for the retest takes away unnecessary drawdown and also unnecessary losses if price decides to simply just violate the area altogether. But yeah, that is me for today. I've done everything I was supposed to do. I'm gonna remove all my drawings, but I'm gonna keep an eye out to see if price gets to that low, just to see if the edge plays out. So yeah, but that is literally it. We're done for today. It's a quick day, and a winning day for discipline. 2 more days of discipline, and I'm happy. Um, yeah, I'm gonna eat, do some back testing, and chill. Have an earlier finish for today. And yeah, literally, that is me. I'm out. Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 81 of 90 days. My hair is freshly done, so I'm feeling good, feeling good. Let me just walk you through what I'm looking at for today. The break and retest I was showing you guys yesterday from up here, but played out really nicely, really cleanly. Right now, price has had a push down, had a push up. That we broke below these lows, sorry. We broke back above these lows, broke back below, used it as resistance for a little bit, and we've now broken back above. And it looks as though we are creating. Oh, sorry. Looks as though we are creating higher a higher low above this level we are buying, right? So yeah, sellers attempted to come in, couldn't hold the level. So essentially, what I'm looking for is either for us to come into this level, have confirmation, to then go long into 3755 to begin with, which is this really cool support and resistance level here to begin with, and then we've got highs and highs to look at. Or I'm looking for a break above if we don't come into this level, like the alert doesn't go up. Looking for a nice break above here for a nice retest to then go long into. I'll be looking at 3370 to begin with, which is this support and resistance level. 3370, and then we've got this level up here. So yeah, essentially I'm looking for buys today. As of right now anyway. If that changes, I will be letting you guys know. So I'm gonna set an alert at the high as well, just in case. But yeah, I'll see what plays out, what comes, and I'll let you guys know if and when we get into a trade. Okay guys, I am in a trade. Let me explain to you what I saw and why I'm in it. Okay, so starting from the hourly, we were obviously bullish from this morning. We didn't quite get a retest into this zone, and we didn't quite get a retest into this zone. So we had a break above this structure point, even though here it was quite a small break. It was a break, its initial break. So when we came back down to retest, we actually ended up shifting structure on the 5 minutes. So then I was kind of wary about getting in. And I was like, okay, if we're close to this zone here, which was our original retest zone, I'm just going to wait for that. But we ended up not coming into there and then closing back above this zone again with a bit of a cleaner break. So then I waited for that close and then a retest of this zone here. A retest of the zone again. So we retested the zone. We've had rejections, multiple rejections, and we ended up shifting. Initially, I got in up here because, because it was breaking. So in case we didn't come for a retest, I got in here for the break. But we came down back for the retest and rejected. So I ended up getting in somewhere just about here. I'm in it now, and my target, my SO is just about 5 pips below the low. A minimum of 5 pips and some actually 5 pips and some breathing room below the low. Because then if we then disrespect this zone again, it's highly likely we're gonna come into this zone here. But for right now, I'm gonna move this to our TP point. Our TP is at these internal highs, and then we're looking for external highs depending on how price wants to move. Not sure as of yet. My only issue with this trade is we've had somewhat of a correction in this wick, but it wasn't a full correction. So then we're technically buying at a high, but because we've had a break above of this structure point, which when we're above we buy, when we're above we buy, when we're below we sell, when we're below we sell, it gave me confirmation in the fact that if we're above and we're retesting and we have confirmation here we buy. I wasn't impatient in the sense that I didn't get in when we initially had the break. I believe the initial break was at 10 o'clock. Yeah, because we didn't have a close above. We didn't have any closes that broke structure, and that there we avoided a loss. So I'm happy with that. Um, Once we broke back above, the reason why I didn't get up in here is because we shifted structure and we were so close to the next structure point. So I was like, let me just wait. We then shifted back above, and then only once we had confirmation did I enter. So I'm now in. It is running pretty decently. It looks alright. Again, my only qualm with this one is that we are um at a high, so it's not. It's yeah, a bit techie, but all confirmation was there, and we could continue to just push. Again, TP1 is going to be 3770. Just gonna wait it out, and stop loss is again below the 1 minute structure with some breathing room. So yeah, I'm happy with how I handled this one in terms of getting in and waiting for proper and true confirmation. So yes, this is it. I'll let you guys know if SL or TP hit. Okay, guys, I am officially done for the day. Let me walk you through the trade. Two trades today, so let me walk you through those trades that I took. Okay, yeah, so as I showed you guys, this was the first trade that we took. This one ended up being stopped out, which is cool because RR will always make up for it. So yeah, what this showed me though is that something wasn't quite right with the market, wasn't moving quite correct in terms of bullish momentum. It suggests to me something might be off because we didn't have a retest here, we didn't get a retest here, and then this position didn't hold. So what that kind of insinuated to me is to be careful about buyers and being a buyer in this market at the moment. As we came down to retest that level I was also talking about, we didn't get confirmation that I was looking for. That when we shifted, we ended up shifting up here, and from here, I'll draw it out for you guys. From here to here is 80 pips. So there was no way I'm putting 80 pip stop loss. Do you get what I'm saying? And I thought I put an alert, like if we was to come down here and then give structure, I would potentially get in. But there's no structure to really kind of give because this isn't a specific POI. It's below the overall POI. Anyways, after the close of that 12 o'clock candle, what I saw is that we closed back below this level, which, as I was mentioning before, very nicely, when we're below this level, we sell. When we're below this level, we sell. When we're above this level, we buy, and then we buy, right? So we had closed below this level really nicely with these rejections, and we hadn't made bullish structure for the whole of today, given that we were bullish, and prices moving in our direction. So just let me just say that just because price is moving in no direction and you don't get confirmation doesn't mean the bias is wrong. But there were other factors such as being back below this level here, no confirmation once we came into this level, rejecting the upside here, and also on the 4 hourly, we have actually shifted bearish. Do you get what I'm saying? So that was a sign to me that maybe I don't want to be a buyer. So what I did is at first I waited for this, no confirmation. So I said, cool, if we can come up into this resistance zone, because again, if we're below this whole zone here, we are selling. We came into this resistance zone here and very cleanly actually we got a nice rejection and shift. I got in down here. As we came up here and rejected, I got in again. This was like 2 minutes before news. So this could have gone left if news came out wrong. So it was a bit high risk and it wasn't a trade. It wouldn't be a trade I take on a prop just because it was within the 5 minutes of news. But as we came up in here, rejected, I got in and my two earlier positions that were in from here ended up, as you can already see, shot down. So I ended up closing them out in quite a nice bit of profit for given that those were positions I meant to close out at break even. It's just because the news came out and rushed them straight into profit. It actually ended up covering this loss. So the early entries not early entries, it was a good entry, but the lower entries ended up covering the first loss. And then we ended up so I didn't hold them full way because I didn't need to. But those I'll show you here. these two were the early entries. So again, they ended up covering these two losses with a bit more, like literally like about an hour or so. Okay, and then as we came into this TP area, my TP zone was this area here, in which I believe we could have a reaction from. So my first TP was at 3740, right there. But as we got to this level, we straight away gave a bullish rejection, bullish engulfing. And on the 5 minute, we straight away rejected. This told me that, okay, given that this trade was literally only less than 10 minutes long, when we get in these type of trades, they're usually very impulsive and can impulsively switch direction again. So I was like, cool. As we shifted structure on the 1 minute, I put my stops a minimum of 5 pips above the close of the shift of structure here, and then we ended up being tagged out. Price did continue a bit lower, but not before making its way higher, so I'm okay in terms of that. And yeah, so all in all, we ended up closing out about 4 hours on the day, so not a bad day at all. In terms of process, I'm really happy with today and how everything went. One more day of process, and then we will be going with the challenge. Yeah, all in all, good day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 82 of 90 days. 82, yeah. Yeah, let me just walk you through what I am looking for this morning. So, very simply, prices below again this level. We're below here, here, and here. So essentially, this could be a new lower, higher low, a new lower high forming to create a new lower low leg into this area of area of support, sorry. But we have pushed up on the hourly here above where I would say price would retest to then go down, and we've made an attempt to the upside. So essentially I'm either looking for a break below here with a nice clean retest, or a break above here with a nice clean retest. And then targets for longs would be 3760 to begin with, and then potentially 70 and 85. Targets for short would be 3, haven't pushed below here, so 3720 to begin with. And then if we just move over to the right, it would be, okay, I think I could charge this level here, so 3715 next. I'm gonna put it in. But essentially, yeah, what I'm looking for is either a break and close to the downside, or break and close to the upside. I'm not looking to jump in anywhere in this zone just because I'm not 100% on whether we're going to break above, whether we're going to break below. Like I said, we are technically bearish because we haven't broken this high, so we are technically bearish, but we've come up higher than I would have anticipated if we were to go continue the short movement. And we come into this nice little area. Yeah, I was thinking about this, guys, this little area here, but this could make confirmation and then get disrespected. So I am just gonna wait for a break above or a break below. Even though I bet you any money this produces a clean little setup. Do I take? I'm gonna have a look at it and see. But yeah. So I will let you guys know if and when I get into a trade. Okay, guys, I am in a trade. Let me explain to you guys what I saw and why I'm in it. So, as I said, I was waiting for the break above here or the break below here on the hourly. But what actually struck me, as I was saying that, is that this level would have been the next level we would have used to propel to the downside. Instead, we broke above that level and made an attempt to the upside. But before doing so, we came into this minor but still 1 hour support and resistance zone. Look, resistance, 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 support, resistance, um, broke resist, broke resistance, came back above, so we're using it for support. Do you get what I'm saying? And what makes it clear to me is that I use this body because I think this was the body that created all of this actual structure. So yeah, as I was saying, this should have been the next zone we used to go to the downside and create a new lower high, but price has broken above that, suggesting there is uh something wrong with selling momentum. Like momentum isn't acting as it usually would, right? So as we came into this zone here, right on this zone, I zoomed down and I looked and I said, if I do get confirmation here, this is a nice area to take to to for the beginning of this new higher low, new yeah, this new higher low to create a new higher high into resistance here, and we'd be going into this very well respected resistance, support, support, resistance, resistance, resistance. So it's a very strong resistance level. So this may be the time that it breaks. It may not. I don't know. My SL, my SL is 5 pips with some breathing room below the last wick of the 1 minute structure. My TP is 3760. Yeah. So just into these highs here. Yeah. So yeah, this is the what I was saying is basically it was a very clean rejection and to create a new high high. I would not have taken this if structure was not clean, but structure was very like it was literally like textbook. So we rejected, we engulfed, we created structure, and we came back. I didn't even get in on this retest. I came back and we got in on this retest. Like we retested twice. Do you get what I'm saying? Like structure was so clean, I'd be doing a disservice to myself not to take action because everything was clean on this, and it created this lovely rejection on the 1 hour, which should indicate a nice wick fill eventually of this last previous 1 hour candle. So yeah, I am in, and I will let you guys know if we hit SL or TP. Okay guys, I am now fully out of the trade. I'm gonna walk you through what happened and what I closed on.